The following video is a glimpse into what it's like on a daily basis during the coronavirus outbreak of 2020. I film little segments of everyday life every single day and compile them into one, usually long video, just kind of giving you a daily glimpse into what things are like. This one's a little bit longer than usual, so it's actually broken into two parts this time. So you might be watching part one or you might be watching part two. Please watch both parts because this has a pretty big narrative thread that is connected by the two separate parts, and you'll definitely want to see what happens with it. So please make sure to watch both parts in order if you're going to watch this. Now, we hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy week 3 of the Quarantine Chronicles. It is day 14, the beginning of week 3 of the quarantine. And I figure what better way to kick off the day than enjoying a delicious bacon, egg, and cheese homemade sandwich. Perfect way to kick off the day. All the parking spaces are full, but all is quiet on a Sunday. So I wanted to just kind of take a walk and kind of discuss something that was kind of positive that's come of this whole thing. Because, you know, there's so much doom and gloom and negativity going on about this whole situation. Every now and again, something good can come of it. And I've actually had something good come out of it, which is a nice change of pace. One of the things, of course, that I figure I might as well see what's going on and look into is talking to people, specifically, you know, kind of online dating sort of thing. Because I figure, well, I got nothing else to do. Might as well try to talk to people, see what's up. So I actually started talking to somebody, and we've been talking for a few days now, actually, and it seems to be going very well. So I'm not someone who wants to presume that things are going to go exactly as I hope they will, because they rarely do. I'm pretty unlucky. But based on everything I know so far, things seem very good. And I feel I might actually have a shot here. This woman, she's really, really awesome. She knows that I'm a YouTuber. That's actually how she found me, was through Instagram. Been talking for a few days. Things seem to be going really well. I think she's awesome. And she apparently feels the same way. So hopefully when this whole thing is over, we'll actually be able to meet and see if what we think is something is real. I think it will be, to be honest. But in the meantime, we're going to use this time to kind of chat and get to know each other. I figure this is kind of the perfect time for that, because that way, you know, by the time we actually meet, we'll be able to get all those, you know, kind of first day jitters out of the way. So, yeah, good things can happen, even when things look rather bleak. So I'm hoping that this turns out well. I have a feeling it will. And I know she was going to watch this video, so it's not just me talking about it not knowing that. I know she's going to watch this video, so I mean every word I say, in case you're watching. We are at day 15 of the quarantine, and I've made a delicious hot dog, barbecued, grilled cheese sandwich for lunch. I essentially took some hot dogs, butterflied them, grilled them up, sandwiched them on between 2 slices of bread, cheese, and some barbecue sauce, and then grilled the bread. I've made this before. It's quite tasty, so I figured it's a nice, kind of easy meal for me to make. So I'm going to enjoy this. Let's see what else today brings. One thing I've decided I'm going to do to kind of better myself during this whole time is work on my confidence. And the reason why I feel that's important is I've always been the type of guy who overthinks things way too much. And that's not to say that it's not justified. Oftentimes it is, because, you know, I'm one of those people where I like to make the right decision whenever I can. So rather than playing all the different possible outcomes out in my head over and over again, and then like struggling to figure out which answer I'm gonna make, I'm gonna try to instead focus on, you know, being more confident in my decision making, being more confident in how I act. And I feel that's gonna help with a lot of different things. So that's kind of something I'm gonna work on while I'm stuck here alone, is being more confident. And hopefully you'll see that improved confidence in videos. Hopefully the person I'm talking to will see that improved confidence. That's the goal anyway. Right now, I think that's one of the things I can do that can actually better myself, is to work on being more confident and not second guessing every little thing that happens, because that has led me to many a disaster. So something I'm going to work on. But I figure, you know, might as well. I got all the time in the world to work on it. So confidence. Fairly quiet day out here for day 16 of the quarantine. So it's that time again where I have to go out and get a couple groceries. Probably also going to grab some food. Takeout, of course. So I will say one thing that's been really frustrating is, because of how we're getting paid, I'm not doing great financially. And I'm trying to contact my leasing office to let them know that, like, I'm gonna have trouble paying rent this week. And I can't, because the office is closed. When I try to call them, no one answers, and I'm forced to leave a message, even though they say they're there. So it's incredibly frustrating. I'm gonna try to message them on the website. I also used the text line, which also didn't work. So, like, I gotta tell them, like, I can't afford to pay rent this week. So hopefully they'll understand, but it's incredibly frustrating when you're trying to let them know. And they even said, like, if you're having trouble, let us know. I'm like, great. So I'm trying to let you know, but you're not responding. Very frustrating. Otherwise, I'm just gonna try to continue to remain positive, and hopefully things will get better soon. At least I'm gonna start getting bigger paychecks soon, because I'm actually getting a full 40 hours, which is nice. Yeah, so time to go get a couple extra supplies and head back for another day. And as the restrictions get a lot more harsh issued by the government, a lot of different businesses, like the cell phone retailer here, are closed until further notice. If it's not a food location or a grocery store, it's probably not going to be open right now. So very few things still are. Definitely a strange sight, to be sure. Another strange sight that you can only get during the coronavirus situation: lines outside of stores, because they can only have a maximum of like 10 people inside. So this Office Depot's open, but there's a line and people have to stay certain spacing apart. Definitely strange times, that's for sure. Well, there's some more ice creams we're gonna have to try later on. We have root beer vanilla floats, strawberry shortcake, mango habanero coconut. Those all sound really good, so probably have to try them later. Still nothing on the toilet paper front. It looks like that time last week I was just lucky. But they do have paper towels, which they have not had recently. Not only do they have paper towels, they're good ones. They're Bounty, so that's good, I guess. But no toilet paper today. It's a beautiful, breezy, sunny day on day 17 of the lockdown. Of the quarantine. Hey everybody, so I decided I was gonna go for a little walk today. Mostly because, sadly, I haven't really been going out that much, which, I mean, you are supposed to stay home and stay away from large groups of people and all that, but I don't really have many opportunities to just go out anymore. So I figured I'd go around, take a little walk, and discuss what's going on. Kind of give you a glimpse into everything that's going on in my psyche right now, because there's a lot, trust me. It's kind of funny. I never knew there was like a bench over here to sit by the lake in the middle of my apartment complex. I've lived here for like 5 years now. Never came over here, so I figured this is as good a time as any to enjoy the warm weather, the beautiful weather out here, and discuss what's going on. All right, so they just announced today that the entire state of Florida is going into lockdown. So as of, I think it's 11 o'clock tomorrow, basically you're not allowed to leave your home unless you're going on essential errands such as going grocery shopping, picking up takeout, or going to work if you work at an essential business. Which, to be honest, doesn't change really what I've been doing already. I don't go out that much anyway, but it just further restricts everything that's going on. So it's fine. I mean, I think the goal of this whole thing is it's to keep people who are being stupid and going to the beach from being stupid and going to the beach, which I approve of, but it's kind of a weird situation, and it just makes you feel like this is going to last a lot longer than you would hope it would. It's also going to be going till the end of the month, so the end of April, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. I just love the breeze blowing off the water here. It just looks nice. For once, there's actually like a really nice solid breeze, but it's still pretty warm, so like this is just the kind of weather where you want to be outside. And of course, we're not supposed to be going anywhere, even though this is the perfect weather to be outside, so it is what it is. Of course, this is just, I'm about the midway point of week 3 of the quarantine, and right now there's no end in sight. With the lockdown supposed to be going until the end of April, we're essentially going to have an entire month where we can't do anything besides stay at home. And it's already been pretty rough. As a lot of you probably have guessed based on how I do my interactions and stuff, I'm very much an extrovert. So I thrive on human interaction and being able to, meet up with people and go and do things. Even when I'm not with people, at least if I'm out and about in the public, it helps. It gives me, something to do. And not being able to go to work, plus not being able to go anywhere, really sucks. And I do have Corey, which is nice, but he's very much an introvert. And he's completely okay with just chilling at the house, playing video games all day. I can't do that all the time, especially for this long. I'm gonna have to, and I'm trying to kind of get back into my video game playing habits, because I actually have been kind of out of playing video games for a while now. But it's hard. It's really hard to be isolated for so long, and I know it's something everyone's having to battle, and it's challenging, but it's a battle we have to do. We can't jeopardize human life by going out into, mass populated areas. I mean, every time I go out to go grocery shopping, I feel not quite as like if it's an episode of The Walking Dead, because obviously there aren't zombies, but you're going out, it's like you're kind of risking things when you go out, because you don't know what's going on in the world around you when you're surrounded by people, because obviously grocery stores are still very, very busy all the time, because that's basically the one place people can go now, and you're always needing groceries and supplies. So I guess what I'm trying to say is it's not been easy. This whole thing has not been easy for me, and I'm gonna keep doing my best to do the best I can with what I have, which has kind of been our motto for this whole thing. But it's hard. So my suggestion to you is this: talk to those who you're close to, whether it's a video chat, a phone call. Texting's fine too, but honestly, I would recommend calling your friends and family and letting them know, hey, like, how are you doing? Are you okay? You know, try to be social when you can't be social, like play online video games, or, you know, video chats are great for that. We live in a world where video chats exist and you can do live streaming and all this stuff. So we can still be social even if you're not in the same room as someone else, which is great. But it's important, and it's good to be checking up on people, to making sure they're okay, because it's tough this time. I mean, with all this going on, and I freely admit I was already dealing with a lot before this whole thing went down, and this hasn't helped. So I'm just trying to survive and hopefully get myself to be in a better place before all of this is over. So that's kind of where I'm at right now in this nice setting. I'll probably come out here more when I don't have much else to cover for this series, just to have a chat, because this is really nice and I actually enjoy this a lot. I'm probably just going to sit out here for a little while. That's what's going on for day 17 of the quarantine.